Right.
Hello, everyone. It's Lori Staley, Addicted Stamper with Stampin' Up, and it is Tuesday night at 8, and I've got some spooky fun to share with you. If you're hopping on, say hi. Hey, Judy. Good to see you. Give everybody a couple minutes. It's just my grandmother clock is going off, so it's just now 8 o'clock, I guess. I hopped on a couple minutes early. Better early than late, right? Oh, my goodness. Hope everyone had a good holiday and a safe holiday. It was beautiful weather. Hey, Sharon. Hi, Betty. Good to see you. So I have an assistant tonight. My husband is sitting across from me, and he's going to tell me, he's going to read comments for me because my eye is slightly better, but certainly not anywhere near I hoped it would be by now. So it's still very difficult for me to be able to read the screen and sometimes even cut the paper. So we'll see how we do tonight. Hey, Jerry, good to see you. Oh, my goodness. But it's better than it was, so I'll take that, and I'm hoping it continues to improve. But it evidently was a very severe one, and it's going to take a while for it to come back, sadly. So, but we'll get there. I don't know what I did to my YouTube that has totally messed up my ability to even, when I do have good sight, be able to read your comments and see the screen online because I can't do both. It doesn't lay out that way for me. So we're gonna use Rick's eyes tonight to help with that. Thank you, Judy. All right, so let's do a little housekeeping. If you get my newsletter, you know I'm offering my designer series paper 6x6 share for the upcoming September through December mini catalog designer papers, as well as some of the online papers, right? That will be in be releasing tomorrow. Yes, tomorrow we'll have all brand new product being up and ready for you all to enjoy and look at and shop. Both from the new mini catalog. I still can't open it, but I can like bring it into the screen, right? The new mini catalog, as well as the online exclusives that are being released for September. Remember, every other month we upload new online exclusive products. So make sure you got that on your calendar to check out because sometimes they sell out really quick and then it takes a while for them to come back, right? So, yeah, so the mini catalog is live tomorrow as well. If you are local to me and have not gotten yours, excuse me, let me know. I can throw some in the tote in my on my porch and you can stop by and pick it up at your leisure. Okay. But yes, the designer series paper share tomorrow's the last day to sign up for that as well. It's over 100 6x6 sheets. It's usually two of each designer series pattern paper, you know, our typical 12 by 12 paper. There's the specialty papers are included, the new I can't talk tonight. The new velvets and the new metallic paper is also included, as well as all the other goodies. $52 if you're local and do a porch pickup. I believe it is $9 for shipping. And that does help cover the mailing costs, the packaging, all of that. So that would be what, $61. So if you're interested in that, I'll try to put the registration link. I was having problems with it earlier, but my virtual assistant told me it's working. So I'll try to put the registration link in the comments below. I didn't put there because I couldn't get it to work earlier. But it'll also be in an email. If you're on my email list, there's an email coming out shortly after this live, and the link will be in there as well. So make sure you grab that because, as I said, tomorrow's the last day. Okay, and then one plug for my retreat in the fall. This is our Boottacular Escape. It was very popular last year. It's a lot of fun. It is $165 for arrival Friday at 3 through departure Sunday at 6. You have the options to add on and come in early on Thursday at 3 for 35 or stay Monday for an additional 35, departure at 3 on Monday then. But yeah, it's a lot of fun. There's door prizes, there's table gifts. There is, we share meal responsibility. So you only have to prep one meal and you can pre-prep it and bring it. And then you're free the rest of the weekend. Meals start with Friday dinner and go through Sunday brunch. So if you're interested, I think I'm going to say three. It might only be two, but at least 2 or 3 spots left. So grab a friend and join us. Okay. That's, of course, at the Cozy Craft Nest in Gettysburg.
Deborah, Corinne, Brenna, Carol, Sharon says she's signing.
Hey guys, good to see everyone. Hi Corinne, hi Verna, hi Sharon. Hey Carol Deegan. Hey Deborah. All right, so that's all the housekeeping. So we are going to do Halloween tonight. And I know some people love Halloween. Some people are like, I don't do Halloween, but you can take the design of the card maybe, or the technique that I use, and adapt it to whatever kind of card you want to make, right? So we are featuring tonight the Spooky Halloween bundle, and oops, I already covered it up. Look out, things are falling. And this cool paper. This is the Spooky Sweet 12 by 12 designer series paper, and it has 2 sheets of these fabulous die cuts, which I am going to try to pull one of these out of here because we're going to need some goodies from it. But look at all that fun. Look at that big tree. We're actually using that on a project tonight. And then you've got your cauldrons, your brooms, your candy corn, your cute little trick-or-treaters. Okay, I need help. I need help because I don't know. I know these are supposed to be like lattes or pumpkin spices or whatever drinks. What I can't figure out is what is the ring on the bottom of the cup? I mean, I think that's what that is, right? It's a cup with latte in it, I'm assuming. I can't figure out what that ring is. Can you see that? I mean, you certainly couldn't set that cup down on anything. But anyway, so that's what we're playing with first. And then there's also these four. I want to show you this one. The pattern papers are really great too. And there's some, like that's a really nice one for scrapbooking. This is a great one for scrapbooking too, I think, but you can also cut these into sections for your card front and make them the focal image, and then put some of your little trick-or-treaters or your cauldrons or even a tree in front of the house on the sidewalk, right? How cool is that? All right, so this is the fun paper we're going to play with. Not the second piece, but this first die cut piece. And I love that they're die cut and I don't have to do that because right now lining anything up to die cut. Labels for the potion. Okay, I'm still going to say, what's the circle for at the bottom of it?
Debbie showed up.
Hey, Debbie. Rick just said Debbie is here. Yeah, I get the spider, the scorpion. I know. I still can't believe that happened to you. I just don't get that little thing down there. So, okay, I see what you're saying here, Corinne. And yeah, you could absolutely do that. But to me, it also looks like a poison cup or something. I don't know. But anyway, it's not important. I was just curious if anybody had a thought. All right. So this card we actually did in my club this month. This one was fun, and we did a lot with the blending brushes and blending that spooky sky, right? Card base is basic black with a layer of Petunia Pop. So we're going to go ahead and do that. I was going to say, I did put adhesive here, so I would be ready to roll. Oh my goodness. So did everybody have a good holiday? It went too fast. Shoot, I should have gotten, here we go. I cannot see black on black, obviously, at this point. So I need a little help. A little help. And then I have this piece of old olive, and I'm not going to tear it, although you could tear it. I'm actually just going to cut my hill, if you will. I'm going to come down and then just kind of come up and over. I have got some blending brushes, so let me grab them. You can take the green one. We're going to take Old Olive ink, and we're just going to kind of smush some ink on there. Oh, thanks, Sharon. It's a fun card, right? But I'm not really blending it as much as I am literally just kind of putting some darker spots in the grass, right? So just kind of like that. That looks pretty good to me. Doesn't have to be exact. I'm going to grab a piece of white. This is going to be down here at our base, and then we'll build our scene off of that. So I'm going to start working on my sky. I'm hoping things are staying in camera. If they aren't, somebody holler and Rick will tell me. Okay, so we need some Petunia Pop. I am going to miss Petunia Pop. It's going to make me very sad. Hey, Janine. Let me come check. Well, I'm so glad. That would have sucked if you got it home and it wasn't good, huh? Or Lil ate it, Rick just said. Oh my goodness. All right. So, I always start off so I don't get a blob. And then we're just going to add some purple skyline. And I don't have to take that the whole way up because we're going to come in with other colors. So that was Petunia Pop. And then I need Misty Moonlight. So the next three are all blues. So Misty Moonlight. Or Rick, you can even tell me if I go off camera.
You could push it.
Get some purple going in there on top of our Petunia Pop. No two skylines will ever come out the same. I'll tell you that now. I know, me too. I love that color. It's a purple, so of course I love that color, right? All right, now we're going to go to a darker blue brush. Actually, no, we're going to stay with this one for Night of Navy. So that was Misty. Now we're going to come in with Night. Okay. Now we're going to come in with Secret Sea. Secret Sea. Now I'll go to dark blue. I'm really staying just on the outside edges with the Secret Sea. I want some of that lighter blue to still show in there. Kind of like that. One final run through with the Secret Sea there. Yay, I got a couple Petunia Pop lovers with me. Okay, so now I'll bring in my hill. Okay, go ahead and get that mounted. Now I need the black. I'll drive y'all nuts tonight. There we go. Then I already did, like, I cheated, guys, because I knew it would be painful. I did my cat and my broom, my little cat character, right? And my broom. And it went to you have to watch me try to do all this, right? And all I did was I cut some Darling Duckling, which, when that came out, we were all like, what the heck are we going to do with that? Well, this is what we're going to do with it. Oh, let me see if I have liquid glue here. Oh, I do. Good. So we're just going to outline around the openings with a little liquid glue. Janine, there were so many things I wanted to ask you or have you show me or do or whatever yesterday. Did I think of it? Nope, not at all.
Judy says cute.
Thank you, Judy. Okay, so we've got that. We're gonna bring in the long, I can't see this either. Oh my gosh. This long piece is gonna cover all of our openings on the tall side. And then the short piece, of course, is gonna go beside it. So now it looks like we've got candlelight. I'm gonna call it candlelight coming through the windows, right? In a spooky house. I am gonna pop that up with dimensionals. And if I stay on the yellow, I'm safe, right? Oy.
Nina and Melinda saying.
Hello, Melinda. Hi, Jeannie. You like the Darling Duckling, Sharon? That's cool. It's growing on me, I have to say. It was just like wild wheat. When we saw wild wheat, we were all kind of going, what does that remind us of? But it grew on us. I was sad when it retired, right? Okay, so I'm gonna put that right about here on my hill. I've got my fence. And that I did cheat and I put adhesive sheet on the back. Oh dear. Didn't think about this, or I would have. Oh, there we go. Something like this, adhesive sheet. Because if you're like me, if you don't use the adhesive sheet, you're just going to have glue all over your fingers, right? So we're going to put the fence on. And then our little girl character is going on with dimensionals. Use those parts, right? Those edges work just as well as the inside pieces. No reason to let them go beyond or behind. There we go.
Karen likes the Timid Tiger, Deborah election names.
I love Timid Tiger too. That's what I colored the little cat with. And thank you for the nails. I just had them done today. So, all right. So we're going to pop her right about there. And where's her broom? There's her broom. And of course, I have to pop that up too. So let's use a little bit of this edge. Now we're really. It's kind of like Braille, right? I can feel where the dimensionals are. There's her broom. Okay, now where's my circle? So my moon is just a circle punched out and Misty Moonlight. So I'm scrubbing off the blue brush so I get a little bit of the Night of Navy out of it. I don't want it to be real dark. And then I did a little bit of pouncing to get that fun effect.
They're saying you're low on the screen.
I'm low on the screen. Okay. There we go. There's our moon. Okay. That is going to get stamped before I mount it with the bats from the Spooky Halloween. But I think that's in another set. There it is. I'll grab some memento. Let's not have the bats flying upside down. What do you think? Yeah, okay. And we're just gonna plop them on the moon. All right, let me put this away before I end up laying my hand in it. And then this moon's a little lighter than the other one, but it still gives the right effect. Okay, so there we have that. Then this is just going to get mounted right on our card front. But I love the Halloween sky. I think that comes out really well with that combination of color. See if this helps for everybody, for me and you guys, then I can stay in screen a little better. I am going to rely on Rick now for comments. So if he's not telling me what you're saying or asking, yell at him. It's better. Good. Good, good, good. Okay. All right. So then for the inside of the card, I just did more bats in the black. So why did Lori put it away? She has no idea.
So it's a great card.
Oh, thank you. I was tickled with the way this one came out. Actually, I love all three of these. And hopefully you will too. I have to pull it a little closer so I stand a small chance of getting it straight. This is pumpkin pie. Okay. And then one more set of bats.
They said nice to meet you.
The man behind the camera. He takes all my pictures. So in PDFs, in the class kits, online, all those pictures Rick takes. He's a frustrated photographer who would love to do that for a living, I think. Thanks. All right, there we go. Bring that petunia pop on the inside as well, just a little bit. I do with my paper.
He has to leave before they're done.
Oh, have fun with the pup, Judy. There we go. What do you think? I think it's pretty cute. Okay, Judy. All right, so that's project number one. Again, spooky Halloween all the way on that one. Blending brushes and inks. And yeah, like I said, no two skies will ever come out the same, even though I use the exact same colors. But I really like the way that came out. And there's no greeting on the front. Did you notice that? I hardly ever make a card without a greeting on the front. Okay, project number two. We're going to use the die cuts from the Spooky Suite 12 by 12 paper. And tell me what else you see on here. What else do you see? The lighting is really playing off of it. You see anything else besides the die cuts and the stamped Spooky that I fussy cut? I am using part of this suite of products is the iridescent treat bags. And we don't get trick-or-treaters. I have never, in all the years, lived anywhere, including when growing up as a child, where we got trick-or-treaters. So it's always been a frustration for me. But I don't make trick-or-treat bags. Now I have a couple friends that have grandkids, so I might put something together for them. But I'm like, how else can I use this? And I had the idea for like a week and a half before I actually got to put it into fruition. But I took the bag and I played with the purples. It's not window sheet, but that was a good guess. And it wasn't acetate either. It's holographic. Yes, it is these iridescent treat bags. And I could have just figured out a way to tape it onto the card, but I was afraid the tape would show because some of the frame isn't that wide. So I just put the purple in there, and then we're going to seal it up with Scotch tape. If Lori had grabbed it, let me grab it. Fortunately, it's very close to me. I can actually wheel myself to it and back. And we're just gonna seal it up in there. So put a piece of tape there and a piece of tape there. And then we'll bring this over. And nobody's going to see the back of this, so it doesn't matter how much tape you put on it. How about that? Isn't that cool? I love that. All right, let's get the rest of the card here and see what we can do. This one comes together really quickly. So lemon lime twist card base. Because, you know, that's a Frankie color, right? Frankenstein. And then we're going to make sure our frame goes around our little bag. Now I'm looking for a silicone pad. It's been so long that I was able to even do a live with all of you. I don't know where any of my stuff is. There's my silicone pad. Let's grab my adhesive. Ooh. And just put some adhesive around the frame. Just so I can get it onto the card front, really, is the only reason. And you might be able to just do it without all of this, but this is what I need right now. I think that's it, right? Yep, we got it. Okay, so now I can just mount that right to the card front. Uh-oh. Oh, that's not it. Shoot. We're gently going to lift this off of here. So, and all this frame is it's a textured notes die cut out of a piece of paper or a piece of cardstock that's slightly bigger than what we needed. So I might just snip that. Or I'll just put it at the bottom and nobody will notice it. How about that? Let's try that. All right, so we're going to put that on here. See if I can pull that tighter. Yeah, I think that's good. Okay, so we're going to put this on here. Believe it or not, you can get adhesive on the bag. And we want to try to make sure it's somewhat centered. Okay, there we go. Now we're going to grab that sheet of die cuts. There's like very little stamping on this card. So we definitely need one of the big trees. Love that. We definitely need a cauldron. And I got something cool to show you with that. We need the potion itself. We need a couple bats. I love that all you have to do is punch them out. No mess, no fuss, no mess. And I think I've got the pumpkins and the crow on the inside. So we're going to grab one of those. Except this one's going to be going in the opposite direction, and that's okay because we get to use them. But look how much other stuff you get. Like I could make, I don't know, another 3, 4, 5, 6, 10 cards out of this, right? Well, the plan is wait. The plan is wait. Yeah, there's just nothing. I mean, he can go in and do surgery again and remove the blood, but at this point, because it is starting to clear, it is the slowest. Well, I had to have surgery to remove blood when I was blind in both eyes, but it is the slowest draining bleed that I've had in all the 8 years I've been dealing with this disease. So You know, I see a little bit better every day, but it's still not good. And by the end of the day, I am completely wiped out because it is exhausting trying to see when you can't. And I'm older too, so I don't think that's helping me at all. But yeah, it is just the disease, and there's not. We've done vitrectomies in both eyes. The right eye, beautifully worked like a charm. Fortunately, the left eye, not so much. But and as he put it to me when I had, because he came in after that surgery and said, "I don't think you're ever going to have another bleed." And within 2 weeks, I had a bleed. And he said it is a hidden vessel that he did not see, couldn't find. And as a result, he can go back in, but basically he's digging around in my eye looking for it, unless, of course, it's actively bleeding at the time he's in there, which, you know, my luck, that ain't going to happen. So I'm like, oh, the active bleed and digging around in my eye just doesn't sound like something I should be doing. Okay, back to the card. So the cauldron, this little piece pops out and you almost think, well, that's just throwaway. Oh no, it's a moon. It's a crescent moon, right? Look at that. That's what the moon is. So we're gonna take some. I don't remember if I used daffodil on the original or darling duckling, but darling duckling is what is in my hand, so that's what we're gonna try.
So Brenda said it looks like Northern Lights, and also the bags are good for shaker cards.
Yes, they are. Yes, they are good for shaker cards. Absolutely. All right, so let me put these two pieces safely up here so I don't lose them as I do this. And I think this is my yellow. Nope, that is light pink. Oh, there's my yellow brush. Anybody got a thing for chickens? My girlfriend gave us gave some of us these at a retreat a couple years ago. So he hangs out. And then I have a gnome pen that hangs out that another girlfriend gave us. So all right, so some darling duckling. Just add some yellow to our crescent moon. It's not quite, it doesn't have quite the curvature, right, that a crescent would have, but it's close enough. And why not use what you got, especially when you think it's just throwaway. All right, I think we're going to stop there. Yeah, I definitely used daffodil in the original, but that's okay. We can mix it up. All right.
Hi, Debbie.
Where did it go? Oh, there it is. Like I lost it. Did you hear him? He said hi. He's off to the my right. I'm like, where are you? You're on the right. Yeah, I would probably stay with daffodil because that looks a little green. But we're gonna put a bat over that, so it's not gonna matter. Yeah, bring one up there.
You can slide up.
Well, my bat left. My bat flew away. I don't know where he went. That tree is also crooked. Oh. Oh yeah, there's pieces in there that pop out too. So this is actually good that I'm pulling this up. Maybe. Get that out, get that out. I do everything crooked now too, which drives me crazy. Because that was never really an issue. But it's all right. We're gonna go with one bat because I don't know what happened to the other bat. And then we're gonna bring in our cauldron. Put those two pieces together. That I'm gonna pop up with dimensional of some sort. We've got edges to use up. Okay. Sadly, it's the same eye I had the cataract surgery in. So that great vision that gave me back my independence and I was going anywhere and everywhere I wanted. Not so much anymore. Not so much anymore. Okay, lots of things vanished, and that is sad. Because I'm not over those. I'm like, I have the spooky. We're gonna put the spooky in the tree. That stamp is that greeting is also from the spooky Halloween. We'll pop that right there. And then I'm gonna pop out another bat so we can complete the card.
I'm so crooked as that one.
Crooked is your life. Oh, yeah, we have to learn to adapt. We have to go, okay, could be worse. That's what I say all the time. Could be worse. I could be blind. I'm happy I'm not blind. All right, we're going to go ahead and do the inside, and then this one will be wrapped as soon as Lori finds her ink. And I need to clean the Happy Halloween because we used that in pumpkin pie the last time. All right. So don't think the iridescent bags are just for treat holders, because I think this makes a great background on a Halloween card. And as Melinda, I think it was, or Deborah, somebody said about using them to make shaker cards. Absolutely. Absolutely. Here's our Happy Halloween. Is it too crooked? Yeah. We're going to mount that on a piece of black. We're going to put our dude on the pumpkins down there, but I think I'm going to add a bat. I'm going to run out of bats because I smudged it at the top. So there are no mistakes, just opportunities for creativity. I have preached that for 22 years. No mistakes. Oh, you say. Okay. Does that look straight? Let's hope. Yeah, actually it does. And then this guy will go on the opposite side from the one on the original card, right down here in the corner. Now that I think is adorable. And little to no stamping, right? Just the greetings. That's the only thing we stamped. Everything else we did with the die cuts from that paper. I love it. Hopefully you do too. And give you a different thing to do with your iridescent bags if you bought the suite. Okay, last card. I did detour just a little bit from Spooky Halloween, which just as a reminder, right? You've got your two characters in there, a puppy dog and a girl. Somebody said this reminds them of Bluey. I don't have kids. I don't know about Bluey. But somebody said this looks like Bluey. And then you've got a jack-o'-lantern that tote, of course, the little broom. We've got stars. I think that's the only thing I didn't use. Your Freebie Friday will also be from this set. So if you are a subscriber to my newsletter, you'll be getting an idea for a Halloween card in there as well this time. And then all the cute greetings. And of course, the dies. And I want to show you this real quick. I meant to do this before we went live. Let me grab a piece of paper. So I did not know what that was. Right? It looked like a tag, but I couldn't quite figure it out. So let me try this. I'll be right back. I got to go to the die cutting machine. I like to meet the crafter that comes into my studio when I'm gone. I was gone all week last week down at the Nest, and things are in different places. And I know it wasn't Rick. He was not in here crafting. I am sure of it. I am sure of it.
Wait, I'll say it's cute. Okay.
Oh. Thank you. This is the first time Rick's watched one of my videos and he's doing it live. Only because I said I need your eyes. I can't pull both off tonight. Maybe by Sunday we'll be better. We'll see. Okay, so this is always fun, right? Where's my take your pick? So we're gonna get this out of here without stabbing ourselves. So it puts a score line in, and I know that's probably really hard to see on there, but see the little bat? So we're gonna score it, or not score it, but we're gonna fold it on the score line. And then the little bat actually pops up. So this could be a tag. This could be something in a pocket on a scrapbook page that you use to pull it up with. You can. So I did a black one over there real quick too, which why I thought that was a good idea with these eyes. But I'm going to try, like the Dickens, not to cut myself, but to cut the bat off. And then, like, where did that liquid glue go that we had? Let's put the liquid glue on that cute little hat.
You go up, camera, go up.
Yeah, we have to fix that because even when my eyes are good, I'm working way too far away from myself. I am still on the hunt for the best camera setup. I've been doing this for how many years now? When was pandemic? I started that year. Truthfully, if pandemic had never happened, I don't think you'd see the demonstrators online as much as you do. But we all went, drop back and punt, right? Do it scared. That was my line. Do it scared. And a lot of stuff scared that year. So then you can even change the color of your little bat. How cute is that? And stamp the spooky across there. That's a great little tag, a little pull for a pocket card, anything like that. So that's what that rectangular die is. And I had no idea. So I had to play with it, and then I finally figured it out. All right, so there you go. That's just a little extra bonus there on the dies in the kit, in the bundle. You guys, I can't remember if we've been live, but you do know stamp cases are going away, right? We're going to have packaging in envelopes starting with, I think, November online releases, exclusives. And then, so the dies and the stamps will come in a sleeve, like a pocket. The only thing I have is this was one that I got when we first brought Close to My Heart over. So something like this, maybe not the same size, but your dies and your stamps will come in sleeves like this. So it will take up a whole lot less room, right? Which is going to be great. I know a lot of people struggle with running out of room in their craft area. It's going to be great here for me. Not so great down at the nest. So I'm still probably going to be packaging mine in stamp cases when I put them in down there. So that red rubber is gone. They won't be producing any more red rubber. So as it sells out, it will, if it comes back, it will come back in photopolymer. And if it doesn't, then it won't exist. So red rubber is gone, stamp cases. I feel like there was a third thing, but pretty sure we had it in the newsletter last week. So make sure you check that if you missed it. But yeah, I wanted to make sure you knew that as well. Okay, I've been gone, so I don't know what's been happening. All right, so we did that one, and now we're moving on to our third card.
And so it could be a tombstone.
Could be a tombstone. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. So I brought in the Jar of Joy Christmas stamp set and put the candy corn in the jar. This is a little bit of a fun fold. Okay. So let's do this one quick. This one is a quick one. Yep, you can use it at the top of the bag to close. Okay. So this is our fun fold piece. I'm looking for my bone folder. This is our base. We'll wait to put it on there for a little bit while we do some other stuff here. Uh-oh, I see a piece that's missing. We're going to go ahead and do our layering. This is a part of the designer series paper from that same pack that has the die cuts, the Spooky Suite. Why do I keep getting rid of the white piece of paper? Stamp and write markers are discontinued, yes. And they were on the last chance list. I don't think they've sold out. Let's see if I can see it this way. There you go. Bottom. I cut this paper a little shorter on this one than I did the original, but that's all right. It works. Now this, we're not going to attach to anything until we're ready to put the centerpiece in. So we're going to grab the jar punch, and we're just going to use a piece of black paper and punch the top out. And then we're going to stamp the jar in Memento. And I'm probably off camera again. I'm working close to myself. Okay. Back with the punch. Line that up. Much easier for you than me, trust me. All right. So I have my jar. So let's bring in a couple of our layers here. Don't let me lose that cap because I'll never find it on the black background. No tricks, only treats. That is in the Spooky Halloween set. Okay. We are going to pop the jar up. I'm going to grab. How do things disappear so quickly on your table? That is the question. Can you hear my cat purring? Because he's purring very loudly right next to me. Okay, then we're going to grab those die cuts again. Can you tell I really like the die cuts? All right, let's pull out a couple of the duos. So some of them are two together and some are individual. And again, how great would these be for scrapbooking, right? Real quick way to build your pages using the die cuts.
So you still have a good sense of humor.
Well, thank you. Like I said, it's tough, and it seems to be, this one seems to really be, I guess because it's taking so long. And anybody that knows me is I'm not a patient person. I will fully admit it. But I was blind for 10 days, so anything I have is a blessing. Just trust me. I wouldn't be able to do this with all of you, and I would miss that. Okay. There's my cap. I'm like, what did I do with the cap now? I pulled it somewhere so I'd keep it safe, and then I lost it. You know how there's usually a front and a back? I think this is the back. there is our cute jar. How about that for repurposing a Christmas candy jar? Pretty cute. Okay. Bring this. Oh, that's not good. Did I do that with both of them? No, of course not. Well, the good news is the inside piece is right. The bad news is this one is not. Let me trim it quickly. Oh, how brave am I? Oh boy. All right, we're gonna start with this. I'm not gonna take too much because I was gonna say I'm blind at what I'm cutting off on the front, and I kind of am. In more ways than one. Come on. We just need a little bit. Now I can take the rest of this off the top here. Oh no, I think it's fine going that way with just the sides. There we go. All right, now let's find, oh boy, here's this piece. I need to grab a piece of black real quick because that did not make it into the kit. And let's get the ruler so we get this one right. Oh, you vey. Okay.
Corinne said she had a blue tuck over a month.
Oh, God love you. It's frustrating, I know. It's frustrating. That seems weird, but we're gonna cut it that way. Well, and I have no idea when I had the originals, and I lost my sight in both eyes, how long it would have taken. I had already not had sight in the one eye for 2 weeks when the second bleed happened, and I was literally 5 minutes. I was behind the wheel of a car driving on the road 5 minutes before I went blind. I had just come home, so that was scary. But that's what he said. I can't leave you like this. So that's why he did the surgery that time. So yeah. Okay, so there's our inside. Now I'm going to go ahead and mount this to the card base, which is the pumpkin pie layer. At least I got that right. Here is this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add adhesive at the top of our layer here on the front and mount it. Hopefully as close to center as I can get it tonight. And then I'm going to lift that. I'm going to line this up down here with the black layer. Put my adhesive here. Okay. Make sure we're as straight as we can be. And before I press it down, I'll double check it again. I think that looks pretty good. So then we'll just make sure that that attaches well. Okay. So there is the fun fold portion. I know I have to get a bat yet. And then on the inside, we're going to do that Happy Halloween one more time. Oh, thanks, Donna. Appreciate that. We're going to bring in some black. Make some room. Please tell me your craft desks end up looking like this after you've made cards, because I can't be the only one. All right, we're going to keep that up a little bit higher because we want space for you to be able to sign your card, right? That gets a layer of pumpkin as well. Okay. Now, here's the trick. See, no tricks. I'm going to teach you a trick. And you've seen me do this before. Make sure when you're going to mount this piece, right? You kind of want to line it up so that it's even. So you're not seeing it from the front, right? So the best way to do that is to line it up on that piece and close the bottom to the top. And then if we're really lucky, you don't see it in there. That's the easiest way to make sure you're fully aligned, at least in my opinion, for what it's worth. Okay, we're going to pop a candy corn in there underneath the greeting. Just like that. Adds a little fun on the inside. Ooh, I'm down to my last bat. And then pop this guy up here in the corner. Like that. And there we go. How cute. Even if I say so myself. All right, so this brought in the Jar of Joy, which is a Christmas, I think it's an online exclusive, I believe. So that's fun, and that has its own lots of goodies in it. Actually, there's going to be an extra class this month featuring the Jar of Joy. More information will be coming about that on Friday in the newsletter, so make sure you check that out. But we're starting our Christmas card classes, and our pop-up class this month will be a Christmas card class using Jar of Joy. So there's that one. And then we have our bag with all the iridescent glory going on that we use for the background. And then we have our fun creature feature with the little character for Halloween. So what do you think?
Good card.
You like those? I do enjoy making Halloween cards. I don't know anybody to send them to, but I do enjoy making them. Actually, I'll send one to my nephew and his girlfriend or fiance. And as I said, I have a couple of friends with grandkids now, so I will probably share with them as well. But I hope you enjoyed that. Whether you like Halloween or not, take the ideas and use them to create other types of cards. I mean, those iridescent bags could be not on a Halloween card. They could just be on any other card. You know, the blending of the background and all of that. Obviously, you can use other places, and hopefully the fun fold is one that you can see using in different ways as well. So there you go. Hey guys, thanks for putting up with me and tuning in. I really appreciate it. I know I've been very erratic, and I apologize for that. Between commitments and health, it's been a challenge lately. I am planning to be live Sunday night, unless something else happens that I don't know about at this point. Sunday night at 8 right here on YouTube. And I'll probably share that pop-up class with you that night. So make sure you're tuning in for the Christmas card class. We're going to go right from Halloween right into Christmas. How about that? All right, everybody take care. Be safe. Thank you so much. I really appreciate your support. And I hope to see you Sunday night. Bye, guys.